The cold evening air nips at my skin, grounding me in the present even as my mind drifts. Memories crowd my thoughts, demanding my attention like uninvited guests. I picture last year's birthday, Laura's delicate laughter harmonizing with the faint hum of cicadas as we sat wrapped in a blanket, stargazing until the first hints of dawn. That memory feels like it belongs to a different world, a world where Laura was mine in every way, where our lives felt tightly woven together. Now, the threads seem to be unraveling. Behind me, the muffled sounds of the party continue, a stark contrast to the stillness of the balcony. The laughter, music, and clinking glasses feel foreign, an invasion into the intimacy we once shared. I glance through the sliding glass door at the crowd. Laura is there, radiant and lively, holding court like the queen of the night. She's so different from the Laura I fell in love with, the one who preferred quiet evenings and heartfelt conversations. Or maybe I've been blind to who she really is. The small box in my hand feels heavier with each passing moment. I open it again, letting the streetlights glint off the silver pendant. The compass rose, an emblem of adventure and direction, suddenly feels ironic. For the first time in our relationship, I feel completely lost. The door slides open, and the sound of the party rushes in before Laura steps out, a wineglass in hand. Her eyes sparkle, but not with recognition or concern. It's the sparkle of someone caught up in the moment, oblivious to the turmoil around them. "There you are," she exclaims, her voice tinged with drunken cheer. "I've been looking everywhere for you." "Have you?" The words come out sharper than I intend, but I don't try to soften them. "I've been out here for a while." Her smile falters, just for a second, before she plasters it back on. "What's wrong?" "Everyone's having such a great time." "This party is for you." I let out a bitter laugh, shaking my head. "For me?" "Laura, these people don't even know me. I don't think half of them even said happy birthday." She frowns, her free hand resting on her hip. "They're my friends. I thought it would be nice to celebrate with more people this year. Something different." "That's just it," I say, standing up and facing her fully. "I didn't want something different. I wanted us our tradition, our quiet celebration. I thought that's what we agreed on." Her eyes narrow slightly, and I can see the frustration bubbling beneath her polished exterior. "I was trying to make this special for you. You think I didn't put effort into this? That I didn't care? It's not about effort, Laura. It's about understanding. Did you even hear me when I called you? When I told you what I wanted?" My voice softens, laced with hurt. "Or did you just decide what you thought I needed?" She looks away, sipping her wine to avoid answering. The silence stretches between us, heavy and uncomfortable. "Last year," I continue, my voice quieter now, "we counted shooting stars until midnight. You said those moments mattered more than anything. Were you lying?" Her gaze snaps back to mine, a mixture of guilt and defensiveness in her eyes. "Of course not. But people change, okay? Maybe I wanted something more exciting this year. I didn't think you'd mind." "You didn't think, Laura. That's the problem." I hold up the small box, the silver pendant glinting in the dim light. "I bought this for you for tonight. It's a compass rose, to remind us of the adventures we've dreamed about. But now I'm wondering if those dreams were ever ours or just mine." Her eyes widen as she takes in the pendant, her expression softening. "You bought that for me?" "Yes," I say, my voice breaking. "Because I thought tonight would be another memory we'd treasure. Instead, I feel like a stranger at my own party. She sets her wine glass on the railing and steps closer, reaching for my hand. I didn't mean to hurt you. I just, I guess I thought we needed something new. I didn't realize how much our traditions meant to you. It's not just the traditions, Laura, I say, pulling my hand away gently. It's about us, our connection. Lately, it feels like we're not on the same page anymore. Like I'm holding on to something you've already let go of. Tears glisten in her eyes now, her confidence crumbling. That's not true. I love you. I do. I don't know. Maybe I've been scared that we're getting too comfortable. That you'd get bored of me. Bored of you? I laugh, shaking my head in disbelief. Laura, I've never felt that way. Every quiet moment we've shared has been enough for me. I thought it was enough for you too. Her shoulders sag, and she looks down at the ground. I've been stupid, haven't I? I don't answer immediately, letting the weight of the moment settle between us. Finally, I sigh. I don't know, Laura. All I know is that tonight feels like a turning point, and I don't know which way we're going. She looks up at me, her tear-streaked face illuminated by the city lights. I don't want to lose us. Tell me how to fix this. I glance at the pendant in my hand, the compass rose still pointing north, steady and unwavering. We can't fix this with grand gestures or quick apologies. It's going to take time, honesty, and effort from both of us. She nods, wiping her tears. I'm willing to try. I promise. I hope so, I say, slipping the pendant back into my pocket. But tonight, I think I need some space. Her face falls, but she doesn't argue. Okay, she whispers. Take all the time you need. I nod and step past her, back into the noise and chaos of the party. The crowd barely notices as I grab my jacket and head for the door. The cool night air greets me like an old friend, offering solace and clarity. As I walk home, the pendant feels lighter in my pocket, a small reminder that finding our way forward might be possible if we're both willing to navigate the journey together. The music and laughter from the party behind me persist like a distant hum, but standing here alone on the balcony, I feel as though I'm on another planet. Out here, the air is sharp, the kind of cold that bites through your skin and nestles in your bones. I lean against the railing, staring up at the infinite sprawl of stars above. They're scattered across the sky like flecks of light spilled on black velvet, beautiful, yes, but indifferent. I think of the countless nights Laura and I spent beneath this same sky, hand in hand, dreaming out loud. A house by the sea with wide windows to watch the waves. A big, shaggy dog named Max who would follow us on long walks. A lifetime of little adventures that would one day weave into the story of us. Those dreams feel so distant now, as unreachable as the stars themselves. I let my thoughts drift back to simpler times, back to the first birthday we ever celebrated together. It wasn't elaborate, it didn't need to be. She'd surprised me with a homemade dinner, complete with candles she'd found in a drawer and lit just for ambience. It was the kind of thoughtful, intimate gesture that meant the world to me. We'd laughed until our faces hurt, shared stories until our voices grew hoarse, and somewhere in those quiet hours, I realized just how deeply I cared for her, how much I wanted her to be a permanent part of my life. That memory feels so far away tonight. The creak of the balcony door startles me, and I turn to see Laura stepping outside. Her sleek dress shimmers faintly in the glow of the city lights, but her radiant smile falters as soon as she meets my eyes. "Hey," she says softly, the uncertainty in her voice cutting through the noise of the party. "Why are you out here all alone?" I take a deep breath, trying to push the storm of emotions inside me into something calmer, more manageable. "I just needed some air," I reply evenly. Laura hesitates for a moment before stepping closer. Her arms wrap around herself, her usual grace giving way to a flicker of vulnerability as the chill bites at her skin. "Are you okay? You've been so quiet tonight. Everyone keeps asking about you." I meet her gaze, searching for the Laura I know, the one who once read every emotion on my face like an open book. "I thought tonight was supposed to be about us," I say quietly. "I thought we had plans. Just the two of us. Like we always do." Her brow furrows slightly, and she shifts her weight uncomfortably. "I know," she says, looking away. "I just wanted to do something special this year." "You deserve to be celebrated. Special doesn't mean this," I say, gesturing toward the noise inside. My voice cracks despite my best efforts to hold it steady. "Special is just us. Together. Sharing something that's ours, not a room full of strangers." Her shoulders sag slightly, and for a fleeting moment, I think she understands. But then, the frustration flickers in her eyes, like a match striking too close to dry kindling. "I worked so hard to put this together," she says, her voice edged with defensiveness. "I thought it would make you happy." I shake my head, the weight of the night pressing down on me. "Did you do this for me?" I ask quietly. "Or for them?" The question lands like a stone in the stillness between us, sinking deep. Her lips part, but no words come out. For a moment, I think she might argue. Instead, her shoulders slump further, and she whispers, "I didn't mean to ruin your night." "You didn't ruin it," I say, sighing. It's not what I expected. I don't think it's what I needed." Laura nods faintly, her gaze fixed somewhere beyond me, as though she's trying to see a way out of the mess we've somehow stumbled into. The muffled bass of the music behind us thrums in the background, a heartbeat that doesn't belong to us. I reach into my pocket and pull out the small, velvet box I've been holding all evening. "I got this for you," I say, extending it toward her. My voice is steady, but the lump in my throat makes it feel like an uphill battle. Her eyes widen as she takes the box from my hand, her fingers trembling slightly. She opens it slowly, and her breath catches at the sight of the pendant inside. "It's beautiful," she whispers, her voice breaking just enough to betray the tears glistening in her eyes. "It's a compass rose," I explain, the words coming out softer than I intended. "I thought it could be a reminder of all the places we wanted to go together." Her gaze snaps back to mine, and for a moment, the distance between us collapses. "I'm so sorry," she says, her voice breaking completely now. "I didn't realize how much tonight meant to you." "It's not just tonight," I say, the weariness in my tone matching the ache in my chest. "It's about us. About who we are when we're together. That's all I've ever needed. I don't want to lose that." She steps closer, and when her tears spill over, I catch them on her cheeks with my thumb. Her arms wrap around me tightly, holding on as if letting go would mean losing everything. "You won't," she murmurs into my chest, her words muffled but certain. "I promise." For a long time, we just stand there in the silence, her warmth seeping into me as the stars above blink their quiet approval. The city lights twinkle around us like tiny beacons, but out here, it's just the two of us. For the first time all night, I feel like we're back on the same page, like we've found each other again. The party inside eventually begins to wind down, its noise fading into the background as guests start to leave. Laura and I stay on the balcony, her head resting on my shoulder, the tension between us slowly unraveling with every whispered word and stolen kiss. We talk about everything, about the ways we've miscommunicated, about the things we both need, about the dreams we refuse to let go of. And somewhere in those quiet moments, the stars seem a little brighter, the night a little warmer. The compass rose pendant catches the light as she turns it over in her fingers, a small smile tugging at her lips. "Always pointing north," she murmurs. "That's us, isn't it?" I nod, my heart lighter now than it's been all evening. "Always," I agree. Life, like tonight, doesn't always go according to plan. But as Laura slips her hand into mine and rests her head on my shoulder, I'm reminded of why I fell in love with her in the first place. Even when things aren't perfect, we find our way back to each other. Just like the compass rose, always pointing us home.